Hey everybody, this is Chris with Coalition Gaming. Today I'm going to be setting up Launchbox. That is a ROM emulator front end for a computer. And Launchbox makes everything all nice and smooth, nice and easy to select, very user friendly as far as picking your ROMs out, and that could be from any emulator really, whatever you set up with it. Initial research looking at Launchbox shows that it's very easy to set up and it looks very nice. There's an optional big box add-on, which I believe costs $20 and gets you uh, lifetime like a membership to that, and all updates and everything covered. And the big box front end looks even better than the Launchbox front end. So with that said, let's go ahead and set that up. Now I haven't set it up on my computer at all, so you guys are going to be joining me in figuring it all out. So let's do it. I already have the Launchbox website pulled up right here, so I'm going to go ahead and download Launchbox. Right. Looks like it wants an email address. Do I really need to put that? And yeah, looks like it. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and put my email address at, you know, always put an email if it asks for one. Ah, yes. That's what? Please check your email for the download link. You guys. So email was entered. Launchbox is downloading. It's actually kind of big, 154 megabytes. You know, dealing with ROMs, especially Super Nintendo ROMs, Genesis ROMs, NES ROMs, stuff like that. You're not used to dealing with big files. They're all pretty minuscule, but you know, I guess the front end's got all this extra stuff on it, and it's going to contribute to the size. Let's launch it. Launching Launchbox. Launchception. Create desktop icon? Yeah, let's do that. I don't think I need you anymore. Internet or Google Chrome. Let's stumble through this together. Come on, DirectX. Ah, there we go. Launchbox initializing. Let's talk about the legality of ROMs real quick. You're not supposed to have ROMs more that you don't own the physical copy of the game for more than 24 hours. It is a bit of a gray area if you decide to go anywhere outside of that, so that is all up to you, and I take no responsibility for any issues that may arise from that. So with that said, let's keep going. So I just launched it, and it's already asking me for like an initial setup here. You can even use it as a Steam game front end, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to start with import ROM files, because that's what I really want to deal with here. Import ROM files. Shows my desktop background here. Welcome to the import ROMs from files wizard. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see, select files to import. Please use the add folder and or add files button below to select the ROM files to import. Keep in mind that all games must be for the same platform. So that's kind of important. Then that means when you have your ROMs, don't just dump them all in your download folder or something. Separate them out by console, and then it'll make this process a little easier, it sounds like. So I'm just going to add a folder since I already have mine organized. Where are you guys? Here. I'm going to start with the SNES. Let's go from there. SNES, ROMs. That's my folder. Come on. SNES, ROMs. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. That's the files. What platform are you importing the games for? I guess Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Choose an emulator. Well, I mean, I gotta find. Oh, SNES Linux? Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I like to use. Emulator application path. So this is when you want to actually find the emulator that you've downloaded and installed. So I have my emulator there. There's SNES. There's SNES 9X, and that's probably where it's at. So I'm gonna do. Oh, okay, we're not. Where do I have it at? I see. I see you. I see you. Desktop emulator SNES 9X. Yeah. There it is. Oh, 64-bit. That's the difference. So I had to do all files in order to properly show it. That's fine. It was looking for a specific file name, it looked like. Default command line parameters, I'm just going to leave that alone. Don't use quals. No, use file name with an extension. No, I think I'm good. Okay. Next. Let's just use the files in the current location. I don't need to make doubles of anything. That's what I'm going to do. You can move the files from one folder to another, but that's also unnecessary. Just use them where they're at if you're happy where they're at. And if you're happy where they're at, clap your hands. Search for game information from the Launchbox. Yes, so this was actually going to try to match the name to box art, which should help make the front end look a lot nicer. Yeah, I want all of it. All of it! Select all. And it's already all selected. Next. Would you like to download media from movies? Well, that's okay. I don't need that. Would you like to specify any custom options? Force importing duplicate games? Nah. Import files from specified folders only? Whatever. Use folder names instead of ROM file names for game titles? I don't want to do that. Look for PDF files to use as game manual? I don't really want that. That's just extra space it's going to take up. Combine ROMs with matching titles into a single game? I'm not sure about that. I'm going to leave it checked though. Force using MAME metadata for images other than MAME that use MAME files. Doesn't seem to apply right now. So, it is parsing. Oh, look at that. Found my games. Oh, yeah. Oh, Super Bomberman. Zombies ate my neighbors. Anyways, let's do it. Finish. And so now it's going to import, and, well, you guys are going to wait with me on that one. Okay, so it is all downloaded and ready to go. At least it's all configured, all the box art, all that stuff is done, the importing is done. One thing that I did beforehand was I had already configured my emulators to my control, which I use an wireless Xbox 360 remote with one of those $10 Amazon 360 adapters. Works well enough for me, so 81 games were imported successfully. Now, check that out. I guess some of them didn't. Oh, yeah, those ones aren't super. I don't know what they're doing in that folder. All the ones that are grayed out are mostly Nintendo games that got put in the wrong folder, so I'm probably just going to clear those out. You know what? I don't know if that's actually going to delete it from my main folder, actually the actual ROM, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Anyways, as you can see here, it's got all the box art here. It looks really nice. I'm scrolling down through it. Battle cars, look at that. Battle Toads. Really cool looking. This is very original, old school looking. I love it. I guess I got some duplicates though. Anyways, it's no matter. Cool. Yeah, some of them are Super Nintendo games that didn't get the box art, but the cool thing about it is if you do find box art for it, or any kind of art for it, you can always just add it. Right click, and you go over here to, I'm pretty sure I saw it. There was an add or image type here. 3D boxes. Oh, you can change. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Let's change it around. Oh, let's see, the background changes to the game that you select as well. Take carts. Yeah, that's cool too. Don't like it as much though. What about screenshots? What about backgrounds? No. Well, that certainly didn't work. I mean, it changes the background, sure, but I guess it's in the name. I don't know what I expected. So boxes. That's the best one so far. So I'm gonna pick a game out here, and we're gonna give it a try. Let's go with Super Mario World. Automatically launch SNES 9X. Now I need to configure SNES 9X to launch it full screen. It's a bit loud. Oh, let me just turn it down over here a little bit. Let's go back here. Cool. I already have my remote ready. You can see me moving it around. One player game. Alright. You know, this seems to have left off from where my fiance was playing it. That's kind of cool. Let's start it. Okay, so it did not start in like a full screen mode. I'm gonna have to like look for a setting on that. Video full screen. There should be like a start full screen. But my display configuration has changed. Is there a start full screen? Emulate full screen, full screen. Alright. Okay, so it is currently full screen. I escaped it. So I pressed escape on the keyboard. Now let's try it again. Now, again, it did not launch full screen. So let's see, toggle, custom ROM, high res AV recording, total fast forward. There's got to be a setting for that somewhere, but as it is, it seems to be pretty good. I'm okay with that. Sound, blah blah blah, video, show frame rate, window size, now full screen. I know that's full screen. I didn't see that in display configuration. Current unsupported mode selected. I see that. How about 1680 by 1050, which is the resolution of this monitor. Alright, let's do that one more time. Launching. I don't know. Whatever. Alt enter on the keyboard. Boom. Full screen. Look at that. Looks fantastic. Runs. Press escape. We'll go right back. Now I wonder if my remote can control it. Now I'm holding my Xbox 360 remote in my hand, and I'm gonna try to manipulate this this front end, and no luck there. So I wonder if there's an option to turn that on. I believe big box mode would allow for that, but let's move on. Let's import some more games. So I'm gonna look here. Let's see, scan for removed ROM, import. So you go to tools, go to import, go to ROM files. Gonna go to ROM files here. ROM files. Now I want to get probably my Genesis ones. Where's my Genesis? Genesis emulators. Oh, Sega D2D. Now I don't actually know where those are. Sega. Oh, they're right there in the main Sega folder. Perfect, that works. Sega. Okay. That's where the ROMs are. I'm going to press next. Platform. That's a Sega Genesis. Yeah. Or the Mega Drive, as some of you know it. Choose an emulator. Okay, time to do it. Oh, well, actually, I could just... No, not SNES and NX. I guess I have to find it. Fusion. Yeah, that's what I use. So, let me find it. Probably in the same folder that I have it in. Desktop, emulators, Sega, Fusion 364, Fusion AXE. And there it is. The rest of it, again, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to press OK. Press next. I'm going to leave the files where they're at, use the files in the current location, and check mark there. Select all, download everything you can, press next. Don't want the emu movies, we're good. Again, I don't want the PDF files, anything to be any bigger than they already are, and then press next. So there's the list of all the games that I've found. Got my Sonic games, Streets of Rage, Shinobi, Echo the Dolphin, Gunstar Heroes, Came from the Desert, good stuff. So now here we go, importing. Okay, importing of my Genesis ROMs is complete. Let's go ahead and check that out. So over on the left, you can select your different consoles. There's Genesis, there's Super Nintendo. So let's go back to Genesis. Let's scroll through. So Fusion, obviously, that's just a Giga Game Video, whatever. That just goes with Fusion. You got Dread, It Came from the Desert, Gunstar Heroes. Oh, NBA Jam 32X edition. Oh, interesting. Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic and Knuckles. Okay, so let's launch a game and see how that goes. Sonic and Knuckles, you're up. And I like this because especially because it started automatically in full screen mode. But the game doesn't seem to be starting. So there's been a hiccup of some sort. Unable to create primary servers. Operation requires application to have exclusive mode. Oh, that's right, because I didn't properly exit it. Back to escape. Whoa! I went all out of whack. Alright, so, yep, okay, now it's closed properly. Resolution just went nuts. Let me see if I can fix that. I see that if you go to Manage Emulators, Sega Fusion, and you uncheck this one right here, Extract ROM Archives Before Running, that's the one that took care of it for me. I also removed a parameter, but I'm going to go ahead and add that back in just to make sure that it works. So let's go with Sonic and Knuckles again. Let's give that a shot. Hey, there we go. That's what I want to see. I don't have any sound though, so that's a bit of an issue. Everything else seems to be working though. Great. Cool. Oh, that's right. It's not Mario. I can't jump on stuff like that. Whee! Alright, so that's that, but I wonder what's up with the sound. Oh, disable sound was checked for some reason. There we go. Alright, so let's go back here. I don't know why disable sound was checked. Let's launch it again and give that a shot. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's a bit loud though. Alright, I'll stop that. That way you guys don't get your ears blown out. Okay, so Genesis emulator set. Let's go on over here to Super Nintendo. That one we already checked. So one more to go. I'm going to, where's it at? Import again. Import ROM files. Next, add folder. And let me find my Nintendo ROMs. So that would be under emulators, NES, games. I know that's where I got them. Okay, what platform? NES. Well, hold on. Nintendo Entertainment System. There it is. I guess I gotta spell it out. Choose an emulator. It would be like F-Crew, whatever. There it is. Emulator application path. Let me find you. Emulators, NES, F-Crew. Okay, so I'm going to leave that alone right now. Let's see what we get here. Use the files in current location. Search for gamer information. There we go. There's all the information. Not going to configure that. No PDF, please. And there's the games. Let's finish that. And it is now importing. Alrighty, so 30 games were imported successfully, which is nice. Let's go ahead and check that out. Nintendo Entertainment System over here on the left. This one seems to have done a lot better with the box arts, so that's pretty cool. Bionic Commando, that's a classic right there. Dr. Mario, RC Pro-Am, I loved that game. RC Pro-Am, let's give you a shot. See how this works. Launches into full screen. I like that. But it is freaking... Oh, okay, that worked. Looked like it was freaking out for a second, but it is working. Yeah. Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah. So, this takes me back. I used to play this with my brothers all the time. Yeah, left. Took the inside line. Alright, so that was pretty painless when it comes to setting up those three. I also did a little looking around, and it shows that online that you could navigate the interface in Launchbox with the remote. Now that's something I definitely want to find, because it'd be nice to launch the game and then just use with the mouse, but then use a control the rest of the way. Input right there. Enable gamepad / joystick input. Choose a device. Xbox 360. Yep, that's X input, Xbox 360. It should be the same, I guess, in my case. So Oh boy, okay, let it. Oh yeah, that does it. That works. It's using the D-pad. So I'm on the D-pad right now, controlling this front end. There's Contra. Hello Contra. Let's launch you. Okay, A doesn't do it. X does it. And let's watch it freak out for a second while it loads, and then here we go. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Up, up, down, down. Oh, come on. Let's try this again. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Did that work? Did I do it wrong? Yep, didn't work. Oh, get out of here. Alright. So, navigation with the 360 remote is pretty cool. How do I change consoles with it? Definitely not that button. That was the left shoulder button. Doing that, taking that back. Left trigger, right trigger doesn't do anything. Right. Oh, that's cool. So the right bumper pulls up more information on it. You got screenshots, little description of the game, release date. That's pretty cool. Okay, left one simply just closes the left menu. That's fine. Select, doesn't do anything. Start, doesn't do anything. Okay, so in order to change consoles, you just move the left joystick up and down. So now it's on Nintendo Entertainment, now it's on Sega Genesis. Here we go, moving the D-pad to change the game. I want to change console again. I do down on the left joystick. Oh, I see, look at this. Left joystick controls the mouse. Didn't notice that. So left joystick over here. Now if you do the left joystick all the way over to the left, then it's up down to do the changing of the console. But then if you have that joystick and you move it to the right, then it's like a mouse, and you can go and select that way, or you can just use the D-pad, which is a lot faster, honestly. So anyways, that is setting up Launchbox for use with the computer and the three main systems: Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Launchbox seems to be very straightforward, very easy to set up, minimal issues getting that going, and I'm really liking this. I had done the Project Ice before, having loaded all the games into Steam, then using an Xbox 360 remote to launch Steam Big Picture mode, and then navigating into my own Steam library to do that. But only ZSNES worked with that one, and the other ones, FCEUX and Fusion, they did work as well, but they weren't as reliable in closing the game and ensuring it was closed before starting another one. The buttons weren't exactly mapping correctly, doing it that way. There were some interesting quirks, and I don't have any of those quirks here, other than that full screen issue. But I think if I just add full screen into the parameter lines, that'll take care of that. So this is pretty good. Anyways, so if you like this video, feel free to click that thumbs up button. If you dislike that video, click that dislike button. Subscribe for more. There's always more coming. This is Chris with Coalition Gaming, and I'll see you guys soon.
Alright.